Hello, my name is Kristen Starosta and I work at PaTTAN East, and I'm going to read to you part 3 of How Big is a Whale, illustrated by Michael Woods, written by Jinny Johnson, and published by McNally for Kids in 1995. In part 1, I read about the biggest insects, the biggest butterfly, and the biggest spider. In part 2, I read about the biggest bird, the biggest wings, and the biggest nest. So for part 3, we'll start with how big is the biggest fish. How big is the biggest fish? The largest fish in the world is the whale shark. The biggest one ever measured was more than 41 feet long and probably weighed as much as 15 tons, more than 3 elephants. Great white sharks are much smaller than these whale sharks, but they are the largest of the fierce hunting sharks. The whale shark is not a dangerous hunter like most other sharks. When feeding, the whale shark opens its mouth wide to take in lots of tiny fish and shrimp as well as seawater. When the shark closes its mouth again, the water drains out through the slits at the sides of its head, leaving the food behind. The largest great white shark ever seen was 21 feet long, about half the length of the whale shark. Most measure about 15 feet. So here's the great white shark in comparison to the whale shark. The whale shark lives in the warm seas all over the world. It usually stays near the surface and sometimes bumps into boats when feeding. Did you know that the biggest whale shark is longer than 7 divers in a row? So here's divers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which is the longest snake? The longest of all snakes is the reticulated python. Most are more than 20 feet long, but the biggest reticulated python ever seen measured more than 32 feet, nearly as long as 3 cars. The python is not a poisonous snake. It kills the animals it catches by wrapping them in its strong body until they are crushed to death. The reticulated python spends the day resting and hunts for food after dark. Pythons swallow their food whole. After eating a really big meal, such as an antelope, a python may not need to hunt again for several weeks. Can you find the car hidden in the picture? It shows how big this snake can be. Did you know that the reticulated python's body is more than 30 inches thick? So here's the car in comparison to the python. How big is the biggest big cat? The tiger is the biggest of all cats. It measures more than 10 feet from its nose to the tip of its tail. Not all tigers live in hot jungles. The biggest live in cold, snowy Siberia, which is a part of Russia. Just like a pet cat stalking a bird, a hunting tiger creeps up on animals such as deer and wild pigs. When the tiger has gotten as close as possible, it pounces on its prey. Did you know that a Siberian tiger weighs more than 550 pounds, as much as 65 pet cats weigh? A tiger's stripes help keep it hidden in the grass and leaves when it is hunting. Tiger cubs usually stay with their mother for several years. During this time, the cubs learn how to hunt and take care of themselves. And here, can you see the pictures of the domestic cats in comparison to the Siberian tiger?